Oh, yeah, it's me. It's your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, coming at you live once more again. Also, what I need for you to do, sit back, relax, put on your headgear. Oh, my worthless 2 cents is about to put something in your ear.
Oh, and here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, yeah, it's me. It's your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, coming at you live once more again. And tonight, I have another special guest. This guy right here. Y'all know I don't do no introduction. I ain't never done none. I ain't gonna start none because I chop some stuff up. I could never, ever, first and foremost, the reason I don't introduce people is because I could never give them enough justice. I could never, ever, ever explain about who they are and what they do. I can't do it because you know what? I'd mess it all up and I'll forget this. And I'll be like, oh, I have to go back. Because, you know, this young man right here, I will say this. Y'all know country, what he say in private, he'll say in public. Okay, I ain't ashamed. I am who I am. I do what I do. I lay it out there. I met this young man probably over a year ago, maybe 2 years. I don't even remember. But y'all look, when I met him, he gave me something to eat and I still got the spoon. Okay. I still got the spoon. I still got the spoon. But what I will say is this, is that I met his spirit. I met his personality. I met his character. Why do I say spirit, personality, and character? See, because those are things you can't fake. Y'all catch that when you get to the house. You can't fake those. Every time I have seen him, I've seen his spirit, his personality, and his character, which means it's with him all the time. It is who he is genuinely. I got to meet the woman behind the man. Okay. I got to meet the lady that started it off in the kitchen. So I know where he gets it from. That I can say I got to sit and I got to talk with her. I've gotten to see him. I've gotten to watch him from a distance. I've gotten to see how he handles people when he didn't know people were watching him. You know, you ever seen that kind of thing? How you treat people when you don't even think nobody else is watching. That's character. This young man, he's done a lot, and he's got a lot more to do. So I'm gonna shut up. I've said enough. I ain't even scratched the surface on who he is. But this is his time. This is his hour. This is his moment. Not that he needs the old country boy to shine, but old country boy just hoping he can get some more cookies and ice cream or something. That's why, bro. But I'm just saying.
My.
That's how, I say that's how you call him out. You get him right there in front of the screen. But look, without further ado, y'all, I want y'all to please welcome. And I want to say from the bottom of my heart, say thank you so very much for coming. Thank you. I'm so honored to have you and everything that you're doing. I can't wait to hear more. I can't wait for you to come here. Look, and this ain't the Chelsea show. You ain't gonna cook on here. I don't know what you gave Chelsea, but Chelsea, I'm gonna eat more than you did. I promise you that, because but look, y'all, this young man is about to give you something. His story, his way, his journey. So, as old country boy would say, would y'all join me in doing something? What you want us to do, country boy? Sit back, relax, put on your headgear. Oh, my boy, Zay! Put something in their ear. Welcome, my friend. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It is an absolute honor, pleasure to be here. When I first got the invite, I was just excited and honored instantly. And I just want to say thank you for even thinking of me for this opportunity. But for those out there that don't know, my name is Xavier. I also go by Zay. I am a hospitality entrepreneur and founder of Zay Signature Creations Hospitality Company. So we actually have a variety of devising services, all the way from our event planning department to our catering department, where we literally have chefs across Houston to curate catering events. We have our bakery, which most people know me for, which is I'm the Brookie king of the brownie cookies with Bookie's Brookies. And then we also have our custom gift brand, where we collaborate with 30 plus small businesses to curate custom gift baskets, gift boxes, you name it. And we do it all through true hospitality. So what we do is we redefine true hospitality through unique, elevated experiences that create everlasting memories to last a lifetime. And we've been in business for almost 5 years now. We celebrate 5 years in July. We have been very consistent in all 5-star reviews across every review platform. And it's because we service true hospitality. And that's possible through the amazing team that I have built over the past 5 years that I've been grateful to just call my family.
Amen. You know, that's a major thing. For me, I'm going to tell you, Zay, hospitality, customer service, all of that tied in together. And you know, somehow, some way, an old guy like me, when I go some places and I see some things, you know, it's like, man, do y'all not understand what it is, you know? And for you to be able to bring that aspect of it, to be able to give people, what's the one thing, what is that? I'm trying to remember. People may forget a lot of things, but they will never forget how you made them feel.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you offering that experience, and you make people feel like, man, you know what? That. And I think a lot of people miss that. For some reason, it's like it's I don't know. And maybe it's just me thinking that, because I'll be like, boy, y'all sure missing the mark.
Well, you have to, when you think about it, a lot of people are in the state of mind of transactions. They just want to make the transaction, right? Especially post-pandemic, you know, people are just transaction driven. They just want to get it done, make the money, and keep going, right? That's, people just want a transaction. And so they forget about the service part, you know, the customer service. I don't really like to say customer service, but I say hospitality, right? But people forget that part of it. You know, there's not even the service, you know, part. Is literally transactional. You're not thinking about anything else. You just want to get it done. You just want to make it happen and move on to the next thing. And that's where people are at right now.
Wow. And like I said, I see it so much. And I came up in that different era where it is about, you know, that feeling, or you had a good experience, or and people are just, the other thing I've learned is where we are today, a lot of people won't say anything. They just won't ever come back.
Yep.
They just ain't gonna come back. Like,
Absolutely.
And you know, they leave there and you never know what happened. Because it's like, you know, they say, well, I just want to make the transaction. But how did that person make you feel when they look? Because I don't want to. I'd be like, this is my money. I'm giving it to you, okay? And you're not going to make me feel like I have to give it to you, because I can really go give it to somebody else.
Yeah, there's so many people that you can patronize. I mean, there's billions of people, you know, in every industry that you can literally give your business to.
And I applaud you for going above and beyond again and making it an experience, putting that touch of care back into it. That's for me. Again, I can only speak for me. You know, that'll make me go back. So look, the food can be bad, but if I'm treated good, I'm going back. You know what? I don't care. I can because you can overlook so many things.
Absolutely.
When be like, you know what? I'm going back. Them prices was high, but boy, you know what? It was worth it.
A great experience, you know, and that's something that really drives us. A lot of people don't know, but we operate off of core values with Zay Signature Creations, and it goes by the acronym TOUCH, and it stands for thoughtfulness, optimism, unity, compassion, and honor. And we display those values through everything that we do, and all the people that we work with. We try to make sure that they align with those values at some capacity, because they are also a representation of the experience that you're getting.
Right, man. And well, let me ask you about that. Talking about your team, how long and how hard is it as far as you as because what is it? You want like-minded people. You want people that share. How hard is it going through being like, okay, no, no,
Mhm.
no, you got this, but you just don't fit into what we're trying to. Yeah, but yeah. You know what I mean? How difficult
Absolutely.
is that for you um, to
Well,
find the people?
it's very challenging. I will be honest and say it is very, very challenging simply because you want somebody that aligns with your brand, right? You want someone that aligns with the experience that you're giving. You know, it's really challenging because everybody's different. Everybody has a different personality. Not everybody's going to have your same vision, right?
Right.
So it's a big challenge, but you get through it through networking a lot, really just putting effort into getting to know people, networking,
Right.
seeing what works, what doesn't work, and to be honest, if it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit, you know. That's something that a lot of people they don't stop and think about. It's like, okay, well, yeah, well, I don't think I can find anybody else, I'm just gonna deal with it. And it's like, okay, well, no, it doesn't work like that because you're actually ruining your brand and your values. You're going against your values.
Right.
So how do you expect other people to continue respecting your company, continue respecting your brand, continue respecting your image if you don't respect your own because you're working with people that don't align with what you're doing?
Mm, that's true. That is so true. Um, yeah, and just thinking about that and the people that come in because when you are not there, when you are
Mhm.
not present, they are the representation of what you stand for.
Absolutely.
Um, they are you in your absence.
Mhm. And we have high standards, the bar is set, um, and it's the truth. We want to continue giving that consistent experience, that consistent service, and it's a challenge. It's a
Right,
challenge. It's not impossible, but it's a challenge. I mean,
right.
here we are 5 years later, so we've been making something work,
There you go. Hey, and you know what I've learned, and I was talking to my co-host is that things and trends change and people change, and you have to be willing to ride that thing out and find out like, okay, is this right here it or is this area and those what do you call them growing pains? Woo.
Mhm.
And I'm sure in 5 years you done had some.
Trust me, I've seen almost it all. I tell you, if only people knew. But you'll find out soon in my book.
Hey, there you go. Look, love the plug.
Yeah, there's a little plug in there.
Love it, love it. Hey, but that's what it's about. Man, and just that. Since you have the book coming, what tell us more about Jay? Jay, look. I want, I'm gonna tell you the one story I want to know about. I want you to share with them the story that I have heard about the kitchen and the
Okay.
cookie and I mean, I want, I've heard the story. I love the story.
Yes. Well, from our fastest growing brand, Bookie's Brookies, it has honestly been the star of Zay Signature Creations. And it really all started between my grandmother and I, years ago before the company was even a thought, before anything was ever a thought like that. We were just playing around in the kitchen one day, couldn't decide between brownies and cookies. It was something that we always bonded over is, making different things in the kitchen. And I was like, well, I want brownies, okay? And she's like, well, I want cookies. I said, well, how about this? How about we come up with some type of compromise and let's do both, right? So we went to the store, got all the ingredients we needed, and Brookies were born that day. It was never intended to be a business. It was just something that we created, right?
Right.
So eventually I started making them for family gatherings. So anytime that I showed up without the Brookies, I was in trouble. Zay, you know you're on brookie duty. Why would you even show up without the brookies? I'm gonna need you to go back and get those brookies. So they became addicted, pretty much, as you can see. They became addicted, and back in, I think it was around 2020, when I was in restaurant management, I started doing my events thing with picnics. That's how I started out, was from the elegant luxury picnics in the park and stuff like that. And my family was like, you should add that on. You should add that on as a business, with the event stuff that you have going. I said, oh, I ain't got time for that. There's too much stuff going on. I'm over here. I'm working 75 hours a week in restaurant management, and I'm trying to figure out and see if I want to do this events thing. I'm trying to figure stuff out still. I love trying new things. And at the time, my little sister was helping me build the events thing. And I said, hey, they're saying that we should do these brookies, but we got to do it right. We got to make it from scratch, So we took a couple months to create our own recipe from scratch, and, Nene, my grandmother, she was the taste tester between the first few flavors, and seeing, hey, is this good? Is it, what do we need?
Right.
And we named it Brookies, because Bookie is actually a nickname that my grandmother gave me growing up. And it was like, well, what better way to, start the brand than where it really started, in the kitchen with Nene and I, right? So Brookies, it's really just grown over time through 22 flavors now, right?
Wow.
Yeah, 22 flavors. It's still crazy saying that. And people are asking for more. And I'm like, no, we're going to leave it at 22 for now, right? I'm going to let y'all marinate, because y'all haven't even had all 22 flavors. How you ask me for more flavors and you haven't even had the 22 that we have had? So we've been delivering locally, shipping nationwide. We wholesale to coffee shops now. And we have a retail space at NASA, opening up our second one soon.
Wow.
So it's been great. It's been really great. And it all started with Nene and I just playing around in the kitchen. Literally did not intend on starting a business with it, but here we are. So thank you, Nene.
Yes. Thank you, Nene. Man, every time I hear about that and how it started with you and Nene, and even having a conversation, I had the opportunity to sit and speak with Nene, having to talk with her, a wonderful, wonderful spirit she is. Man, that thing you talked about is what y'all bonded over.
Absolutely.
Those moments and those times, it's wonderful. Because what I get out of that is that what you are doing in your business, what you are doing in your life, is you're doing what Nene was doing to you, is you're pouring in love. You're pouring in yourself. You're pouring out what she poured into you. In your business, in everything that you're doing, and everything that you pursue. And that's a beautiful thing, man. That is, in my mind, that is how you honor someone, by saying, let me show you. Let me just show you. Let me show you. See, all that time you were spending in the kitchen with me, all that time we was bonding, see, I was catching. You might not have thought I was catching it, but see, look. It's just that, man, and I'm so honored and so proud of you and everything that you're doing. Once more again, I know that it has not been easy, but you've persevered and you've pressed on, and you continually press, and look how it's growing. When you walk in purpose, Zay, on purpose.
Absolutely.
Look, it just be like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. How, wait a minute. None of us were born with a silver spoon in our mouth, but if you hang out with Zay, you can sure have a gold one.
Oh, all you got to do is get that brookie.
You can get a gold. Man, well, look, tell me more about you, more about what you got going on in the book. Wait a minute, hold on. I sent you out some cameras or something, Zay. I don't know what it was. I sent you out flashing. What you got going on, Zay? Yeah, can I get a scoop?
Yeah, recently
Yeah.
all the cameras and stuff that was happening. So, yeah, so I have been investing more into content, right, from our event side of the company, right? And so it's definitely expanding, it's elevating with our event sides where we're doing larger productions, we're doing charity events, we're doing grand openings for companies. Um, and I really want people to see what that looks like behind the scenes. I really want people to see more of what Zay Signature Creations is really doing and the impact that it is having through that true hospitality service that we give. And so we now have people that literally curate content, to ensure that that is being captured, right? And so most recently we did one of our biggest events to date, honestly. And it was a burlesque show and art exhibit for International Women's Month with Bayou Girl Entertainment, raising funds for PEP Houston, the Harveys of Houston, as well as Shepherd's Angels on Assignment outreach. And we literally filled the entire room, almost 100 guests in the room.
Wow.
Featured different local artists, of burlesque, women empowerment, body positivity. We featured different local brands that align with the art gallery that we wanted to do. We had literally a full red carpet experience. We had the full ballroom after the red carpet where we had a panelist of women, talking about what it really means to be a woman and be empowered and vice versa, and having that body positivity and how it really affects the overall presentation of women and how they operate and how they excel, right? Because we all know that women are literally the pillars of what we have every day, right?
Yes.
They're some of our biggest support systems, right? And so it was such an honor to be able to be a man and produce an event of that caliber with women.
Wow.
And to see different personalities comes together, to see different business women from different backgrounds come together, to see the passion in all the different performances, from poetry to comedy to burlesque dancing to, everything, right? All forms of art, seeing all of that in one room, and Zay Signature Creations produced it.
Wow.
And now everyone's waiting for the next one, right? Everyone is coming in with feedback saying this is the most extravagant event that they've ever been to. Some people's first time going to a burlesque show.
Wow.
Some people's first time being to a high-end event of that caliber, right? And it was just really an honor to produce that. And it really just set the bar even higher, right? For where Zay Signature Creations is capable of producing, right? So I'm really excited. The future is definitely promising, and to see the impact that we're making on people's lives through unique, elevated experience and redefining true hospitality.
Yes. Yes. Once more again, Jay, it's that thing. People remembering how you made them feel.
Absolutely.
That is, and you have and will continue to put a signature, put the big on that thing. Put the Zorro on it,
baby. Absolutely.
Wait, Zay, I'm gonna have to get you one. I'm gonna get you a mask, and I'm gonna get you.
Well, hey, hold on, hold the mask. You might need it for that 5th annual masquerade ball coming up.
Hey.
celebrating 5 years. So you hold on to that mask. Okay? You hold on to that mask because we're gonna need the Louisiana Country Boy at the 5th
Oh,
annual masquerade ball.
yes, indeed. Man. You know, like I said, man, from the first time meeting you and we were laughing. I was hey y'all, I was saying one more again. Y'all know I can't hold water. I'll tell you, Zay, I remember that last year, me and the executive producer, we went out to the Acres Home Chambers and for their Saturday the thing that they have over there on Saturdays.
A farmer's market, yeah.
The farmer's market.
Yeah.
Boy, look here. We rolled up there and Zay was out there. It was hot. Zay was out there. He had his crown on. He had his jacket on, but he was out there. I said, boy, you know what? That is dedication right there. He was out there sweating. I said, boy, look at you. But again, I have never seen him not be who he is. I have never not seen his spirit. I have never not seen his personality. I have never not seen the character of this young man. I want to segue into something, Zay, and I want to ask you about something that's on me. And this has been one of the things with so much that's going on, and you yourself, young man of color. What would you tell some of the younger people who are going through some things and are struggling and are thinking about what they can't do, and have this feeling of not knowing what their purpose is, this feeling of hopelessness. And I look at you and I understand your strength, and I know that the foundation that you have, but what could you pour back into them who are maybe see you and say, well, look at Zay. Well, I can't be like Zay. I can't do that. What could you tell? Because what you're doing now is you're following in the footsteps of someone else, but behind you, someone's following in yours.
Absolutely. Well, first I want to say that I have faced my own struggles, that a lot of people don't know about, that, I just really focus on the goals that I have in mind, right? I'm very focused and driven in what I want to succeed or pursue. But I don't allow those struggles to keep me from putting in the effort to reach those goals, whether it's short term, whether it's long term. But you have to be willing to know that although you have those struggles going on, right, you cannot allow them to pull weight down on you. It's going to try. There's going to be tension there, but you have to be able to fight through that tension. And don't be afraid to talk to people. You have to not be afraid to call on someone, right, that may be able to give you that extra boost motivation that you need to ignite that drive. Identify that drive. That drive is actually what is already in you, that you just need to figure out how to ignite. What motivation do you need? Do you need to talk to somebody? Do you need to read something? Do you need to watch something? Do you need to listen to something to ignite that drive? Identify what that drive is and figure out how to ignite it. And don't be afraid to try. You don't know what you're capable of until you try. How will you ever know? How will you know? You automatically assume you compare yourself to others, you see what they're doing, and you're like, well, I can't do that. But if it's something that you desire, that you maybe feel a passion towards, try it out. Try it out. See what happens. If you try and it's not working out and you still want to keep trying, hey, try again. If you need to call somebody to figure out how to make it happen, pick up the phone. But keep going and don't be afraid to pivot.
Right.
You have to be able to pivot as well. Because hey, if you're trying and if you're doing the same thing while you keep trying, that ain't gonna work.
Right.
You're gonna have to pivot and find another way to do it if
Yes.
it's something that you really want. And that's all that I have been doing over the past 5 years. I have nearly lost almost everything to still be standing 5 years later. It was not a smooth ride at all. I don't have all the money in the world. I don't have all the resources in the world. But what I've done is I've created a foundation. I've created a network. I have worked hard and tirelessly to create a network that I can fall back on in case I do fall. So that way I don't fall on my face when I do try something new.
Right. Right.
So that's what I would leave to you guys is really try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. That's something that I go by every day by Albert Einstein. Try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value, and that will take you even further.
Wow. I love that. I love that. Because you know what I tell them, Jay? People can put a price tag on you, but they can never tell you what your value is. They can never tell you what you're worth. They can put a price tag on you. They can tell you, they can give you a cost, but baby, you can never, ever tell me my worth. And that your value, knowing your value, not what somebody else may value you as.
It starts with you. It starts with yourself. You have to be able to value yourself first, right?
Yes.
So there's three forms of value: valuing yourself, valuing what you do. Hold on, valuing yourself, valuing what you do, and valuing those around you. That's the order. You got to value yourself first.
Right.
You got to value what you are doing for someone else to respect and understand what you're doing.
Yes. Man,
and valuing the people around you, valuing the people that are along your side, that are there to help you, that are there to support you, your network. Make sure you're valuing them, because that's how you build. That's how you build even bigger. That's how you build even stronger, is by valuing those around you. So valuing yourself, valuing what you do, and valuing the people around you.
Wow, that is powerful. That is so powerful. You know, and as we're talking, as you know, well, maybe you don't know. I don't really ask questions. I just let it roll.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm rolling with it.
And there are a couple of questions. One is I think there are three questions. There are three questions that I do have. And these were, when I ask out, it's only because I've had to ask it internally first, and then God gave me the green light to share it with other folks. One is this: is everything that you have done, and you getting up and you pressing and you press forward and you keep going and you don't quit. Even if you slip and even if you fail, you get back up and you keep going again. For 5 years in the business, you have kept going. In all the years of your life, you have kept going. So one of the questions that I asked everyone that comes across here is this. And the first question is this: what's your why?
Yeah. Well, my why is really people. I love people. I love seeing the laughter on people's faces. I love seeing the smiles on people's faces. I love just seeing people's joy radiate through them, right? And if that's not happening, that's a problem for me. And that's why I love what I do, because of seeing the impact that it has on people, seeing the smiles, seeing the laughter, seeing everlasting memories being made through joy, happiness, and laughter. That's really my why. I love people. I love helping wherever I can to elevate your life's experience.
Man, and that is, I get that. I get that. How you pour out, because you want others to feel that. And I get it, man. I get it. I so get that. Number two is 100 years from now, Zay, downtown Houston, underneath the library, there's a time capsule that they're going to open up. Inside that capsule, they've asked you to leave a statement. What's your statement that they were going to read 100 years from now?
Something that's been really heavy on me. I'm going to say two things would be on there. Definitely the life quote that I go by, which is try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value, that I mentioned before by Albert Einstein. But also, you may want it, but you may not be in the position to get it. And that's okay.
Wow.
You may want it, but you may not be in the position to get it. And that's okay.
That's deep. Look, that was deep. I got that one. That one so resonated. That is, yeah. And that is okay. And for so many to understand that, to grasp that last part is the most powerful part, is saying that's okay.
Absolutely.
It's okay. Wow. Well, I'm gonna give you the last one, and we're gonna get on back to the conversation. Through this life, Zay, and here's one of the most, for myself, this is one of the most powerful things that I had to finally realize. Of everything that I have faced, everything that I've gone through in my life, and so many things. The one thing that I realize is that of everything I've gone through, everything I will face, I've already faced some things. So the last question is this, and you can think about it, or you can just, of everything in your life right now, if you just take a moment, what is the one thing you can say, this is what I'm on the other side of?
That one hit deep. That one hit deep. That one hit real deep. Absolutely. Wow. Yeah, we're just gonna let that marinate. I think that's really important for people to think about when they're in a certain position in their lives where they've done so much to grow from things in the past, or from one thing in the past that really cut them deep, right?
Right.
And sometimes we don't stop to realize where we are, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for me, just hearing that and letting that marinate and letting me dawn on it and thinking back where I thought everything was over and seeing where I am now, almost 10 years later, is like, wow, like I've come from that, right? That wasn't the end. And
Yes.
here I am now.
That is, and that's where that came from. That was the question that God had given me so many times. So many times you look at the things that you're facing and you think that this is the toughest thing. This is the toughest thing. Oh, this battle. But when you look at it on the other side of the mirror, you go like, but I'm on the other side of that thing. Remember that thing 5 years ago? Wait a minute. This thing right here today? Wait a minute. That thing 5 years ago, I thought was going to take me out. This thing, it gives you it puts this thing in perspective, because that giant, that giant then was 100 feet tall. And then you look at this giant, he only 2 feet. And you go like, if you don't get up out my way. That's me. That's me. That's where that came from for me, is not looking at what I face, what I'm facing in fear, but looking at what I'm on the other side of and finding strength in that, to whatever I'm facing, I can stick my chest out and say, bring it.
Absolutely.
Bring it. That's this, because in my life, I got caught up in this, and this looks so huge, and this looked like the biggest challenge of life.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I don't know how, but when you stop, as they say, when I look back over my life,
Mm-hmm.
when I glance back, it makes me realize how far I've come, how far I've grown, how much I've matured, the true strength that is within, the power that is within. Those things that bent me, they did not break me. So here I sit and here I stand. Oftentimes I remember, and I'm getting back to you, Jay. I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna get it back to you. I remember. You remember when the storm came and it hit Galveston some years back? I remember driving down through there. You know, they got those palm trees down there, and I remember driving and looking at all the bark had been ripped off of those trees.
Mm-hmm.
Yet the trees still stood. Some things in this life will get ripped off for you.
Absolutely.
But if you still stand, some things will tear you and rip you. But if you're still standing, even if you have to be standing with assistance, but you're still able to stand. So, but anyway, all right, now back to you, Zay. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's powerful. Absolutely.
But so, yes, now tell us more about Zay, where they can get your stuff, where they can find you, all of your wonderfulness, what you got coming up, especially the book.
I wouldn't even supposed to mention that, but you can find anything that you need about Zay Signature Creations. You can Google us, Zay Signature Creations. You can visit our website, Zay Signature Creations. You can look us up on Google and see all the amazing stories of how we truly created everlasting memories by searching Zay Signature Creations. You can also find us on social media, Zay Signature Creations. And don't forget about our fastest growing brand, Bookie's Brookies, right? Bookie's Brookies, you can find us. Make sure you get your gold spoon. Yes. So Bookie's Brookies, you can find us on Instagram at Bookie's Brookies. You can find Bookie's Brookies every first and third Saturday at the Acres Home Chamber Farmers Market. If you are part of NASA staff, you can find us at the Johnson Space Center every Wednesday for the entire year of 2025, and much, much, much more to come as well. You can also come and celebrate with us and celebrate 5 years of true hospitality at our 5th annual Masquerade Ball on July 26th, coming this summer. And stay tuned for the book. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Man, love it. Well, look, you're always welcome back at any time. I thank you. I appreciate you for everything that you're doing. Continue being you.
Thank you.
You are a fantastic young man. I have the utmost of respect for you. I know I'm glad I got my spoon early. I'm just glad I got my spoon early because, I might just have to keep this spoon and get it autographed. I done had it so long, I'm gonna have to get you to sign. So
we may have to upgrade it. We may have to upgrade it.
Oh, upgrade!
Upgrade it. But you can also find, I forgot to mention that you can also find Brookies at Lit Java, our #1 coffee shop partner in Pearland, Lit Java Coffee and Books. It's woman, Black, veteran owned. You can find Brookies in stock there throughout the week, every single week, every day, unless they sell out. You can definitely find them there as well. And we will be officially rolling out our Brookie ice cream with PLK 1848 ice cream once more. I know some of you guys had a chance to taste it. Those of you that have known about it, we had a pre-drop last year, and now we'll be officially rolling it out very soon. So just stay tuned for that, okay? Stay tuned for that.
All right. Man, so many things going on, and that is great. Books and busy. That's what it's all about. And making a difference in the world. Man, thank you again, Zay, for coming. I greatly appreciate it. It has been a privilege. It has been an honor to have you. And you're always welcome back at any time. Can't wait for the Masquerade Ball. Mask it up, baby. Mask it up. Do it. Have it on. Oh man. Well, look, thank y'all so very much for joining us. Thank you so very much.
Thank you for having me.
Man, and to each and every one of y'all for tuning in. Thank you, Miss Julie. Thank you, Olivia. Thank everyone for tuning in. Thank you for your support. It is greatly appreciated. Let me tell you this, and this is my words, and I believe this, and I always say this. I believe God gave us 3 things: vision, purpose, and instructions. Vision, purpose, and instructions. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, I truly feel that everybody is not going to follow your vision. Everybody's not going to believe in your vision. Everybody is not going to support your purpose. They're not. Now, I'll say it again. Everybody's not going to follow your vision. Everybody's not going to believe in your purpose. I didn't say that they don't believe in the purpose. They just don't believe in your purpose because they don't believe it should be you that has it. Okay, it ain't like they don't believe in the vision. They just upset that it's you that has the vision, okay? They ain't mad about the vision. They just upset because they think that they should have had it or somebody else should have had it and it shouldn't be you. Well, let me tell you something. Don't worry about them. If it is yours, it's yours. You keep on walking in and you keep on doing it. If your vision, if God has given you the vision to bake a brookie, bake brookies, okay? Bake them. Don't worry about who tell you that you shouldn't or you can't do that. Bake. Mm-hmm. If he has given you the vision to make coffee, stir some coffee, okay? Don't worry about nobody else and how the other many folks doing it. Do what he has called you to do. Because guess what? That coffee that you're making is for somebody. Mm-hmm. It's for somebody, okay? This is what I know about vision. This is what I know about purpose. You following your vision and you walking in your purpose, when you do that, you're unlocking the door for somebody else to walk in theirs. Consider it like this. This life is nothing more than a relay race. See, when you walk in your vision and you're following the purpose that was given your life, you're running your leg of the race. And when you run your leg of the race, at some point you hand the baton off to somebody else, and then they run their leg. That don't mean that they interfere with yours. You did your race, baby. You ran what you were supposed to run. You followed the vision that was given to you. You walked in the purpose that was yours. And then you pass it off for somebody else to walk in theirs. But guess what? When you say, I ain't going to do it, then if you don't complete your leg, they could never complete theirs. That's how it works together. See, what's the sense on hating on somebody who's doing what they're supposed to be doing? Because if you're spending time jealous and upset about them doing what they're called to do, then what are you doing? If you're spending more time looking at them, then you are missing the whole point of this. Because you are called to do something too. You got some special gift that you're supposed to be doing. Maybe it's painting a house. Maybe it's working on a car. I don't know what it may be but do yours. Don't worry about anybody else's. You do yours. Follow your vision. Yes, there will be people who will say that you're too old, you're too young, you're too short, you're too tall, you're too skinny. Don't worry about it. Let them talk, let them talk, let them talk. Just keep on talking. While they talking, you keep on working. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all don't remember, there was folks that was talking about Noah right up until the point that the floods came, okay? They thought he was crazy for building the boat in the middle. There ain't no water. They thought he was crazy, but he kept on hammering. They thought he was crazy right up until the time it started raining. Then it made sense to everybody. So don't stop what you were called to do because somebody else ain't agreeing with you. Do yours. And lastly, but not leastly, when you woke up this morning and you opened your eyes, you cleaned out your ears and you tried to hear, but the words of the country boy just didn't come clear. And if you was rolling out to the day, looking up, looking down, if you was in Houston, you was enjoying the sun and the sound, but you didn't hear these very words. Well, here it is right now, 9:08 Houston time. On behalf of myself and my special guest, my brother Zay, I say these words and I say it beating on my chest, is I love you. I love you. Love you unconditionally. And Zay, sometimes I have to explain this, and I don't even know why I have to continually explain this. Unconditional means this. My unconditional love means if you like me, I love you. If you don't like me, I still love you. If you talk about me, I love you. If you don't talk about me, I love you. If you buy a cookie, I love you. If you don't buy a cookie, I still love you. If you support me, I love you. If you don't support me, I still love you. Because guess what? Unconditional love for me is not tied to what you do or don't do for me. It has nothing to do with it. My unconditional love for you is tied to what he's already done for me, not what you can do for me. So my love is unconditional. And there ain't nothing, absolutely, positively nothing that you can do about it. Zay, thank you, my brother. Thank you. Look, y'all go get you some. If you want some, you better come get some because he got some. That's it. Get you some Brookie cookie from the Brookie King. Thank you so very much, man. It has been a pleasure.
Absolutely. It's been an honor.
And we're out of here. Goodbye, people. I will see y'all. I'll see y'all next week, I guess. I'll see y'all again. Bye.